What I want to know, and the streets and the people want to know, is this truly the end of LSG? And is this a new PSG that has shed all of the horribleness of that miracle at Camp Nou and your boy Lukaku dunking on them in Paris? Is this truly the genuine PSG that could do something historic? Or is there still an LSG hiding in there? Impressive. Impressive! C'était très bien. C'était très bien. An amazing, a truly, truly great performance. Because see, a lot of people, when I said that PSG gave Arsenal a footballing lesson, like, wait, but no, it was even. It was only 1-0, and Arsenal had many chances. You didn't watch the game. If you watched the game, PSG should have been out of sight. If you look at the barcode miss, Gonzalo Ramos trying to do a toe poke from 2 yards out, but just look at the whole context of the game. On a footballing level, there was a literal gulf in tesh between both guys. Like, one team was operating on a high form of tesh, another team was just hit and hope, long ball, trying to look for a lucky bounce. The football that PSG played was of a very high level, and which is why people are saying that for the football purist, again, for the football purist and for the pure football fan, we need that PSG Barca final to feed families, to feed generations, and to perhaps provide world peace. Because the only way we can have world peace is a PSG Barcelona final, because the two best footballing sides so far have been PSG and Barcelona. And I think what PSG are showing is they're growing. They're getting better. Because when we saw that league phase and we saw those fixtures, it was like, it's looking tricky. No Mbappe. Fast forward, and you look at what they did against Liverpool, what they did at Anfield, winning at Anfield, what they did against Arsenal. Afterwards, Arsenal did against Real Madrid, and people thinking Arsenal were the strong favorites and the kind of performance, not only the win, it's one thing to win, but the manner in which they won, how dominant they were, and just how they just showed they were just the superior footballing side. They were simply the superior footballing side, and the level of football that they played was just on a whole other level. But what everyone wants to know is there an LSG there? And that answer, we will find that out in the second leg, based on how they go out. Are they going to go out by truly bottling it? Or are they just going to go out just via whether a penalty is through a whole footballing manner? Because I am still not fully convinced that the disease of LSG has been extinguished from all humankind. So it remains to be seen. But so far, so good. So far, so good. I've been one of. After Miracle at Camp Nou, I was done. No. This is when I was officially done. See, Miracle at Camp Nou was just a shock to the system. I still don't know what the hell happened with PSG and United, and you can even watch my video of that PSG Man United reaction where I was visibly angry and upset. Like, I visibly was angry when Neymar was looking around. When I officially cut all ties with PSG as to realistically ever winning the Champions League was the Benzema three-piece. When I saw that, I was like, aha, there is something chronically wrong with this team. There's something seriously chronically wrong with this team. And I feel like they have a disease that cannot be extinguished. And LSG is something within the genetic makeup of this club that will forever stop them from ever winning the Champions League. That's why I said that, of course, City will win it before them. And not only will City win it before them, they'll never win it. And I was like, oh, once Neymar leaves and Mbappe, oh, it's a done deal. But yet here we are. And they are potentially 90 minutes away from their second ever Champions League final. Hold up. No, I'm not bringing the spoil point first. Hold up. Gianluigi, see, I think people forget that Donnarumma was he was the heir apparent to Buffon. And Donnarumma should really be what basically once, as you were seeing the decline of Neuer, Donnarumma should be the number one keeper right now, not Courtois, not Alisson. It should really be Donnarumma because this guy, as a teenager, was already earmarked to be the next number one keeper in the world when he was a teenager for AC Milan. Things happened, the way he left AC Milan, and several mistakes that he's been made. And like, let's be real, like he's made some very high profile mistakes. Again, look at that's Real Madrid game. We all know what happened. And against freaking North Macedonia, we all know what happened. But I think what Donnarumma is slowly showing is, wait a minute. Let me remind you who I am. We all know what happened in that Euros final against England. We all know what happened in the penalty shootouts against Liverpool. And in this game against Arsenal, he made some very critical saves. Because I always say that 1v1, everything is for the attacker. And for 1v1, the keeper just has to hold his breath. Like you think back to Iker Casillas against Robben in that World Cup final. 1v1 as a keeper, you just have to hold your breath and just make sure that your timing and your body posture is right. And that you make it as difficult as possible for the attacker. So what Donnarumma is proving is he's an asset. He's an asset. Again, I'm still worried about a mistake still being there. But even though that there's still a mistake there and still a potential bozo moments for him, his reflexes and just how he can come up with huge, big, clutch saves is very key. And what you have to understand about Donnarumma is, so I already said, out of the four teams, PSG are the weakest defensive team. If Marquinhos is in front of me, I know I'll be facing at least 10 shots on target. That's a fact. Yeah. I see Marquinhos ahead of me as a keeper. I am preparing myself for a minimum of 10 shots on target. So Donnarumma now knows that, bro, I have to be fully alert because these guys are not going to these guys are going to be breached. These guys will be breached. So the clean sheet is really more down to Donnarumma rather than how good the defending is. So that clean sheet is Donnarumma was a big part of that clean sheet. It wasn't the amazing defending. It was mainly down to Gianluigi. And for that second leg, it's going to be huge because, bro, Arsenal, this is their freaking season. This is their season. So Donnarumma, yet again, will have to be called upon because 100% that defense ain't going to hold anybody. They will be breached. So Donnarumma will yet again have to show that, no, let me be that top guy. And I think what Donnarumma could remind people for this UCL run is, no, I am the best keeper in the world. Neuer is out of there. Alisson, he's already got knocked out very earlier on. Courtois, we all know what happened against Arsenal. So I think Donnarumma's away. Hang on. Courtois, Alisson. My name needs to be put on that mix. And because trust me, once Courtois now reaches his age and Alisson starts to reach his age, this is now the era of your boy Gianluigi. So, but again, guys, we cannot ignore this narrative, bro. We can't ignore this narrative. I think, you see, Ousmane Dembélé, the talent was always there. It was all about this. It was all about this for your boy Ousmane Dembélé. And I think that when you just look at his career, he's never really announced himself. He's always hinted. He's never announced himself. And I said from the get-go that a guy that is... I've never seen a two-footed player like Ousmane Dembélé. You see, there are two-footed players and there's Ousmane Dembélé. You see, two-footed players like, let's say, a Neymar. His strongest foot is his right foot, but his left foot is very good, and he's very happy to use his left foot. That is still his weaker foot, but he's still very adept with his left foot. Those are the two-footed players you know about. Then there's Ousmane Dembélé, a unicorn, where, no, he doesn't have a weak foot. He has two strong feet. And when you have two strong feet, the kind of damage you can do throughout any area of the pitch, the positions you can take up is vast. And I've always said that, bro, Dembélé, this would be a crime if you never truly show the world what you're truly able to do as a very unique two strong-footed football player. And what we're seeing from his season, his output, and him, say what you want, leading this PSG team is huge. But what do I say? It's not when you score. It's not how many you score. It's when you score. Needed him away from... Who scored the solitary goal against Liverpool at Anfield? And who scored the solitary goal against Arsenal at the Emirates? These are big goals. See, it's one thing to score a goal at the crib in front of your fans. It's one thing to leave home, leave your parents, carry your knapsack, start traversing across seas, oceans, and planets to a different world and say, you know, what's up? This is my world right now. This is my colony. I'm taking over right now. Colonization tax. That's what she's doing. Set up shop in Mars, Neptune. Say, yo, Martians, Neptunians. It's your boy Oos. It's your boy Oos. I'm here. What? I'm here. But the job is not done yet. There's a second leg semi, and there's a potential final for Ousmane Dembélé to perhaps, against every single odd imaginable, lift up that golden ball, which would be absolute insanity when you just look at his trajectory. You know what I like about this? Let me tell you what I like about this. I think we're living the GA era. Who are the two players who have been, because if you think about it, who have been the two players who have not really been talked about in high regard? Pedri, Vitinha. These are guys that don't have very high GA. Their GA is very low. But what are they? Exceptional football players. And what we are seeing right now with what Pedri is doing and what Vitinha is doing is, oh, we're back to football. So rather than, I don't need to watch the game, all I need to know is how much GA you have. It's not back to, no. Let's actually watch the game. I know that guy didn't score a goal. I know that guy didn't give an assist. But that guy was the best damn player on the pitch. And kids, stats guys, this is for the stats merchants. See, this is the eye test guy to the stats guys. Stats guys, this will sound wild. This will sound crazy. You can be the best player in a football match without scoring a goal or having an assist. What? Really? Yeah, I know it sounds shocking. You can be the best player on a football pitch without scoring a goal or having an assist. I know that sounds shocking. What you saw from Vitinha in that game was footballing excellence. First touch, decision making, press resistance, distribution of the ball, pass completion, knows what he wants to do before he receives the ball. And what I said in my preview was horizontal possession or vertical possession. Because we know that these guys can keep hold of the ball. But what would make PSG dangerous is if it's vertical possession where the passes are forward. They're looking for triangles. They're looking for passes into the pockets. It's a through ball. It's pass progression. You are progressing the play and you're taking your guys and you're trying to force the issue against the opponents. And just the quality that Vitinha is showing is absolutely insanity. This is a guy that doesn't cost 100 million. But in the world we're living in, he's playing like a guy that should cost 100 million. And because, let's be real, that midfield of Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabio Ruiz, that's just my... No. So, see what I said. Out of the four teams, the weakest defense, I feel, is PSG's. Out of the four teams, the strongest midfield is PSG. You see, for Barcelona, it's really Pedri. We're not repping Frankie Ding Dong merrily on high. But for PSG, that unit is huge. But within that unit, because Fabio Ruiz is money, and we saw how amazing Fabio Ruiz was for Spain and the Euros. That João Neves, that kid is looking very good. Guys, pause. Cristiano, guys. Shh. Could Cristiano get a World Cup next summer? Shh. But what I love from Vitinha is he's reminding people about the football that I like and I enjoy. Because the football that I like and enjoy is those central midfielders who control the game, who maintain the game, who are technically good, where it's not about PNP, it's pure tech, pure footballing intelligence, pure footballing IQ, and just pure. I told you guys, there's a war on tech. There's a war on tech. And the war on tech involves PNP players, these physical players, these GA players trying to take over our beautiful game. And it is my job as the GOAT analyst to win this war on tech. And to win this war on Tesh, I need my soldiers. So Pedri is one of my soldiers, so is Vitinha. So Vitinha is one of my soldiers to help me win this war on Tesh. And Vitinha, with the display he's having, and if he continues this display, I believe and I have full confidence we will win the war on Tesh against the PNPs and the physical players who are trying to ruin our beautiful game. And those GA magnets who are trying to destroy the very fabric of football. So, but Vitinha is reminding guys, no, this is respect football. Lastly, Luis Enrique. You see, I think in hindsight, people are beginning to appreciate what he did for MSN. Still, history is still going to say MSN. And I don't think Luis Enrique will ever fully get the credit for the coaching job that he did, because guys will say, no, I'm sorry, you had a peak Messi, a peak Cannibal, and a peak Neymar. I'm not giving any coach or any manager any credits, because that thing was, you have those three players, what coaching is there? So this is similar to Pep Guardiola. Remember for Pep, you had Messi and an iconic golden era Spain team. So how much credit can I give you? But for Man City, that is fully his team and it's in his image. So a lot of the credits has to go to Pep. For this PSG team, without an Mbappe, without a Messi, without a Neymar, without an Ibrahimovic, this is all him. And when you look at this team, they don't have an actual, genuine world-class superstar. They have outstanding talents, but they don't have that big, massive name. So this is fully a team built in Luis Enrique's image. Because we all know about the insults we've given to Dembélé. We all look at where Vitinha came from. Look at where Fabian Ruiz came from. So the coaching that he's done has been huge. And if PSG do the unthinkable and truly have a truly historic season, this will be Luis Enrique's triumph. His real triumph is not that treble. His true triumph is if he takes PSG all the way. Because this is fully his team. And I'm one of those guys who says, plan A, where's your plan B? Where's your plan B? Where's your plan B? Where's your plan B? So far, we'll see what happens in the second leg and the potential final, but so far, the plan A is working to perfection. And the plan A is teaching teams footballing lessons. And this plan A so far is doing the job that Napoleon tried to freaking do. This plan A is conquering England. It is so far conquering England. And if Luis Enrique does this would be a huge, monumental achievement when you just think about the several failures that occurred before it. But it remains to be seen. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.